So inshallah we will learn 3 ayats of Surah AlFurqan today from ayat number 4 to ayat number 6. So we'll do a simple translation first and then we'll go into the details of the breakdown. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing here regarding those people who are doing kufr with him. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ, and said those people, kafaru, who have done the kufr. And this is what these people are talking about, the Quran itself. In haza illa, that they are saying that this is not but ifkun, a lie. This Quran they are talking about, that this is just a lie. Ifkun iftaraho, that this person, and this is person they are pointing to Prophet ﷺ, has fabricated this. Wa'anahu, and has helped him, alayhi, upon this fabrication or forging the book, qawmun akharun, some other people have helped him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a comment now on their statement, faqad ja'u, so these people have come up with or have committed zulman wa zura, a very unjust statement and a falsehood. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is negating what they are saying. Then again in ayat number 5, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is quoting another blame or another statement these kuffar are making about Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Quran. Waqalu, and they said, these people who did kufr, they said something else. Asatirul awwalina, these are the stories of the previous people, the people who lived earlier. These are just stories of those people. Awwalina tatabaha, so this person has just written down or copied down fahiya tumla, and what actually the fact is that they are saying that this, whatever he is speaking as telling this is a Quran, fahiya tumla alayhi, they are dictated to him, or someone goes and tells the stories and then he comes out and says this is Quran. Bukratan wa asila, so they are saying that in the morning and in the evening somebody comes and tells him, go and tell these things. He dictates to him, and he says this is Quran. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next ayat is answering these two statements by saying, Qul, say O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, anzalahu, this has been revealed, this has been sent down, who by alladhi, by him, by someone, ya'alamu sirra, who knows the secrets of all kinds, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fis samawati, whatever is hidden in the heavens, wal ardi, and in the land. Innahu kana ghafura rahima, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is ever forgiving and very merciful. Now very interesting thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering the statement of the kuffar, but he is still saying that he is Ghafoor and he is Rahim. He could be say that Allah will punish them, and that's what happened, because the whole Arabia, all these mushrikeen and kuffar became Muslims after some time. So anyway, so we'll go and do a breakdown of the verses. In the beginning, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. Some grammatical things here. Waw is and some ayat starts with the letter waw, which means it may be a continuation of the previous topic or subject and is being used in the beginning of the ayat, or there may be other reasons. But the word actual after that is قَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. So I want to combine these three, first break them down and then separate them and combine. So the root letters are Qaf, Waw and lam. And the meaning of this is to say, and this is a very common word, comes in different form in the Quran. So this means to say. So if I put three fathahs on each of them, this becomes the grammar of third person masculine, he, and the past tense. He said. Now in the recitation, the waw and the fatah is the sound of alif. So we actually replace this by alif, and the meaning is, and the sound is qala. Qala means he said, third person. So usually when an ayat or a statement starts, it starts with the verb first. He said, and what is being said will come afterwards. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, he said. We don't know who this he is at this point, but we'll come up to more details of that one. But remember one thing, this is the grammar of one person, he, masculine, and the past tense, which is said. Now let's look at the next word. This word, lam, zal, ya, lazi. This is a pronoun and it means he, third person, masculine. Okay. If I make a plural of this thing, it is lazina. Lazina is the plural, and this is lazi, and this is lazina. And the plural means he is they. Now, notice in this thing that if I put an al before that, this will be al-lazina, and al usually brings the meaning of da. Da means some special people or some people which are known. So when the Quran uses the word al-lazina, it is talking about some people, and then Quran itself defines who are those people. So number one. Number two, the other thing is that al-lazina is a group of some people. And when there is a group of the people, this group will replace this he. So the meaning will be qala and al-lazina recited together will be qala al-lazina, which means they said. So now a group of people are saying something. Okay. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to explain who are those people. And for that the word is being used as kafara. Kafara means to reject or to disbelieve. So if I put three fathahs and pronounce as kafara, this means he, third person, disbelieved or rejected. The reason I am going into the details because it's a very beautiful formation of the Arabic language. So one person disbelieved. If I want to make a plural, I add a waw, which is called waw of a jama. So this will make the plural. But just alone waw will not help because many things will happen. First of all, the sound of the waw is oo. So what we do, we change the sound on the ra from fataha to a dhamma. So it is kafaru. Then you put a sukoon here, so you're combining ra and waw. And then we add an alif at the end, which is called alif of a separation or wiqaya. It separates from the next word. So full word now is kafaru, and the meaning is they disbelieved. Okay, so now this is the definition of al-lazina. So when you read وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, and said those people, not they disbelieved, proper English will be who disbelieved. So وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا means those people who disbelieved are saying something, or they have already said something. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about. Now what did they say? In the next few words Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning in the Quran by saying In hada illa ifkun iftarahu. Basically, this is one piece of the statement which should be understood together, but we will do a breakdown first. In general, this word, okay, is after that in. Now, before I point out to the meaning, the word before that we just learned is kafaru. Kafaru, this way. It is very important that we read the Quran correctly. The rule is that if you have a vaw, ya, and alif, and after any of these three letters there is a hamza. This hamza pushes a mad on any of these three letters. This thing is not very clear in Indo-Pak Quran, but in Arabic Quran it is very clear, the Uthmani font, that whenever you see a hamza, and before that hamza, if one of these three letters are coming, then those should be pronounced with a long mad. So here you notice that in has a hamza, so this will force this vaw to have a long mad on it. Okay. So pronunciation will be وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. We just simply ignore that in the way we learn to read in back home. So you have to be very careful that you pronounce the Quran correctly by knowing how it is written. So Hamza will push a long mad on the vaw. Okay, number one. Number two, the word in by itself has first meaning is if. Okay. But if it comes with another word in the combination of illa, illa has meaning of except or but. So let's see, just write down one meaning, but. Whenever in and illa come together, then the meaning of in is not if, its meaning is not. Very important that meaning of in is not whenever there is an illa after that, okay? In between there is a word haza. Haza means this. Haza means this, and this is pointing to, without naming Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is pointing to the word Quran. Okay. So if I translate these three together, in hada illa. One more thing. Again there is a hamza. So this haza should be pronounced with a long mad. In hada illa. This Quran is not. This is what they are saying. This book or this thing which this prophet is reciting. Here is no mention of the prophet or the Quran, but the context is defining that. They are saying, kuffar is saying, this is not, this Quran is not, but. Okay, what is not but? After that are two words. First word starts with these three letters, alif, fa, and kaf. The meaning of these three letters is to lie. And the noun is made by this way, by adding a alif, fa, and kaf with the kasra. So it is ifkun. Ifkun is a noun which means a lie. Afaka means to lie, but noun is ifkun, a lie. Okay. So what they are saying? They are saying this is nothing, this Quran is nothing but a lie, which means this man is making up and telling us this is something. Now, they are not stopping here, but they are continue blaming with much more details by using the next word which Allah is quoting, which is iftarahu. So let's understand that word. The root letters are fa, ra, and ya. Okay, and these are three letters, so they belong to the group of the word fa'ala. Okay, we are going to make a bigger word by adding two letters, alif and a ta. So this becomes if ta'ala. So if I apply these letters here, alif, and add a ta and a ra and ya. I just added 2 letters here. This word has a definite meaning. The meaning of these 5 letters is to make up something, to forge something, to fabricate something. Someone is making up a false story. That word is used for that. And the sound of that is actually the fa is here and ta is here. So it's when you sound that, it is written as iftara. Because it's ta'ala, so this is written this way, iftara. The sound of ya with the hamza is written by a short alif maqsura, which is written this way. So the word is iftara. Iftara means to fabricate something, to make a story, to lie about something, to forge something. Jhoot bolna. Okay? So iftara. Now, the fa'ala, if I say fa'ala means he did, iftara means he, third person, made up or fabricated something. Okay? Fabricated in English is make up something which is not true. Okay? One of the meanings of fabricate is true. So, ifkun, a lie. Iftara, he fabricated. And when you put who after that, this will become iftarahu. That's the word in the Quran. Iftarahu, who is pointing to again the Quran. So are they saying this man has made up a lie? This Quran is a lie, and he has made it up. He has fabricated this Quran. Who is pointing to the Quran? Iftarahu. Now here is one very unique thing which I want to point out, that we should be careful when we are reading the Quran. The word is ifkun, and this is only tajweed related thing. The word is ifkun, and the last letter kaf has a dhamma, 2 dhammas, tanween, dhammatan or 2 pesh. This sound of 2 pesh, when we are saying ifkun, so actually the sound of 2 pesh is the sound of noon. Okay. Now the word after that is if. Actual word is written separately as iftarahu. Iftarahu. When a combination of 2 words come like that in the recitation in tajweed, we read it differently. We do not read ifkun separately. This is word ifkun. Separately, this is word iftarahu. But when a combination of this kind comes, that you have a tanween with a 2 dhammas, and you have a hamza or a kasra after that, this is recited differently. How it is recited? We take this sound of 2 dhammas and we break into the sound of 1 dhamma and a noon and a kasra. This sound is broken. So this is not waw, but this is pesh. These are 2 pesh. 2 pesh sound is noon, but we break down in a pesh or a dhamma and a noon kasra. So how we read? This is going to be, first of all, Indo-Pak Quran will write it this way. Arabic Quran will not write it this way, Osmani Quran. But recitation is same in both cases. So how to recite this? First you recite kaf with a dhamma. So it will be ifku. No sound of noon. Ifku. Then you combine noon with the fa, skipping the sound of alif here. So it will be niftarahu. And when you skip the sound here of alif, it becomes hamzatul wasl, which means don't recite. So the correct recitation is ifku niftarahu. Very important. A lot of people may not read it that way, especially here. It separately is ifkun and iftarahu, but recitation is ifko niftarahu. Meaning is same, that this is a lie that he has made up, he has fabricated. Now, these people are not stopping at this point. They are blaming one more thing to him about him, this prophet. What they are saying, the root letters are Ain, Waw, and Noon. These are three letters, so they belong to the group of the word Fa'ala. We make a bigger word by adding an alif in the beginning, Af'ala. So this will become Alif, Ain, Waw, and Noon. Again, the Waw has a fatha because it is Af'ala, and so its sound will become the sound of Alif. So the word is Aana. Aana means to help. In Urdu, there is the word Aanat, which means helping someone. So Aana means to help someone. So if I write down with the harakat, it will be Aana. Aana, third person, past tense. He helped. So far, the meaning of Aana is he helped. Third person in past tense always. Now, after that is a who. Who is pointing to Quran again. So what they are saying, Aana, actually this is pointing to the Prophet. Rasul, okay. So Aanahu, he has helped him. They are saying, what is this? We don't know what he is or it is, but the meaning so far is that someone has helped him in fabricating this Quran. After that is the word qawmun. So qawmun will replace this he. So the meaning will be people have helped him. And they are being more clear what those people are. So what they're saying that, first of all, he has fabricated himself. Second thing, in his work of fabrication, another pupil, some people have helped him, helped this Rasul. Now, there are more letters, there are more words in the middle. The word is alayha, Allah. The two separate words are Allah and who. Allah means upon, and who means this is a pronouns, okay, or it. So when you write down this together, it is written as this way. Alay, this ya is written this way, and who, ha is written and is pronounced with a kasra because to match the sound of ya. So in tajweed, who is pronounced as he. Alayhi. Alayhi means upon this act of fabrication, some other people have helped him. Now they want to go a little bit further. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is quoting every details of what they are speaking. The word after this is a qawman akharuna. Akharuna, this is a word we commonly know, akhara, which is Hamza, Kha, and Ra. Or in Usmani script, it will be written as non-Usmani Alif, Kha, Ra. Akhirun is a noun, means other. Akharun means other, some other. Vuna makes a plural. Some other people have helped him in the fabrication of this book. Qawman akharuna. Now, at one point, they were saying, these people, some of the people were saying that a person who comes and teaches him at different times. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the other place in the Quran is saying that the person they are pointing comes and teaches him, his language is ajamiyun. He doesn't even speak Arabic language. So what kind of statement they are making They are blaming a person whose mother language is not even, and his name was Salman Farsi. That was one of the companions of Prophet ﷺ. He would come and visit him, but they were saying he comes and teaches him about this Quran, and he prophet writes, and not prophet, but this man writes it and comes and says to us that this is from Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after this is answering, making a statement. So their statement ended here. Qawman akharun, other people have helped him in making up this Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a statement now. Faqad ja'u zulman wa zura. These are 4 words, are the statement from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The meaning is that fa means so or then, and qad means definitely, but it is used for the past tense. Qad means surely, but the word has to be in the past tense. Okay. Now the word after that is jim, ya, and alif. Okay. This meaning is to come or to bring or to commit something or to produce something. Multiple meanings. So when you put the 3 fathas on this one, this ya is pronounced again as alif, so it becomes ja a. This is actually hamza. So this is ja a with a mad. Hamza will push a mad on the alif. So the meaning of the ja a, he brought something or they came up with something. So Allah is saying then faqad ja'a. Ja'a is one person. When you put a waw, it becomes plural. Ja'u, they have made up, they have committed, they have said something, they have come up with this story about the Prophet. Allah saying this is a bad thing, they are saying. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using 2 words, that zulman wa zura. So zulm we mostly know, something which is wrong is zulm. Zuad, lam, and mim. The noun is zulmun. First time when you make the noun, it has 2 dhammas always. Zulmun means wrong, something very wrong, okay, some injustice. Then the second word is za, waw, and ra. And zur, this means a falsehood. So zurun is the word actually. Zurun means falsehood. Wrong, injustice means zulm. Zurun means falsehood, something. Now, both of these words are coming as the object of ja'u, which is a verb. And when a noun comes as the object or a maf'ul, then we always change to the mas to 2 fathas. So this will become zulman. And we add an extra alif there, that is scripting. So this becomes zulman. Meaning doesn't change, it still means falsehood, but it is being used as an object here. Similarly, these 2 change will to 2 fathas, and you add an alif. So when the recitation will be, again this hamza will push a mad on this alif. So faqad ja'u, indeed they have come, at about the past tense. Zulman wa zura, something which is wrong, something which is injustice, and something which has falsehood in it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the interesting thing is that Prophet ﷺ doesn't answer, he just listened to them. It's okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals ayat and answers these people. Many places that happens. So that shows the patience of the Prophet ﷺ, that he expects Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of these things. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next ayat is again quoting another statement which these people are making. Waqalu. Qalu, now this is the plural. Qala is he said. Qalu, they said. So these are the same people who are allazina kafaru. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not mentioning allazina kafaru, but by saying qalu, these are the same people who are also saying وَقَالُوا. What are they saying this time? Seen, Toa and Ra, Satara. Satar is a text, a writing, a line of writings, okay? So Satrun means writing a line. One line is a satar, okay? Satrun. Its plural is asatirun. Asatir are the lines of the text. If you're writing the like, these are all asatir. Okay. Written text is asatir. And full word is asatirun. Asatirun means written lines of the text. So they are saying asatirun is the full word. Okay. Now, then the next word is awwal. Awwal means the first one or earlier one. And this is a common word. Awwalun is the word. Its plural is awwaluna. Awwaluna is used for those who came earlier to. People before us are known as awwaluna, earlier people. And this is written awwaluna. So these are the people who were before us. Then the word is asatirun. It's also written as this way. See, asatirun. So we have two words, asatirun and awwaluna. Writings of earlier people. So we put an off in English, and it becomes the text or writing of the people before us, which means what is the meaning of this together is these are just the stories of the earlier people. You know, a lot of stories are told. This Quran is nothing but the stories, made up stories of the older people. Okay, so that is the separately. When you put off in English, in these two words, when you want to combine, change takes place. Two dhammas become one, so it becomes satiru, and in this case, waw changes into a ya, so it becomes awwalina, and you pronounce not luna but lina. So this is the rule in Arabic. When you combine by putting an off between a word, another word which is plural, wuna changes to yina. So recitation is asati, and al is between, means the older people. So you put al in between, so it becomes al awwalina, asatirul awwalina. So al has to be spoken or pronounced. Asatirul awwalina, stories of the older ancient people. So this is what they are saying about the Quran and other things. Then they are further blaming Prophet ﷺ by saying the meaning is that someone comes and gives him a dictation and he writes it down. So that's what the next few words are saying. Kataba are the root letters for next word. Kataba means to write. Something you're writing, it's kataba. The kitab is the book which is written. Now, these are three letters. Fa'ala, and we are going again to make it a bigger word by adding alif and a ta. So this becomes fa and lam. So this will become alif, kaf, and I'm adding a ta here, this one and this letter, and other two letters are there. So the final word becomes iktataba. Iktataba is the word. Iktataba. Okay, so very fine difference. Kataba means you are writing something. Okay. Iktataba is that someone is giving you a dictation and you are writing it. Okay, so that is the concept of this word. Iktataba means someone is telling you write this down, so you are writing. Okay. So, and the next word which will explain this further, so this becomes ifta'ala iktataba. Iktataba, when I put harakat, means he, third person, wrote it down. But someone is speaking to him and he is writing. Someone is dictating him and he is writing. Iktataba. Then you put ha. Ha means it, and it is pointing to Asatirul Awwaleen. So he is writing the story of the ancient people. Okay? And how is he writing? Next few words are explaining that someone is giving him dictation. Okay? And commonly when we were growing up, our teacher will give us imla. Imla means he will speak and you write. So you know how to write. So that word imla is being used here. Tumla is from that, which means someone is giving dictation, you are writing it down. Okay? So let's understand the next word. So fahiya tumla alayhi. Fa means so. Hiya means it. Hiya is a feminine word, and this is pointing to Asatirul Awwaleen, the stories. So these stories. Then the next word is tumla. So the root letters is mim, lam, and waw. 3 letters, and the 3 letters belong to Bab Fa'ala, group of 3 letters. And this time we make another bigger word by adding an alif in there. So it becomes af'ala. So this becomes la, and waw with the fataha. Waw with the fataha will sound like a short alif. So instead of that, we write alif maqsura here. So this is the word amla. Amla means to dictate something, give dictation, and the dictation itself is called imla. That's the word we learn. Imla is someone is giving you dictation and you're writing it down. So the word here is a tumla. This is a passive voice with the dhamma. Tumla means they are dictated. The stories are being dictated to him. Alayhi means upon him. As I said, alayha is made of 2 parts, alay and he. Alay means you can say to, and who, he is pointing to the Prophet again, to him. So dictation is being given to him. Someone comes and dictates, tells him, and he just writes them down. These are the stories of the old people, and he comes and says, this is from Allah. Not only that, but they are continuing their blame by adding a couple more words in there, by saying, bukratan wa asila. So these people are saying, these are the root letters, ba, ka, and ra, and alif, swad, and lam. When we make the noun from this word is bukratun. Bukratun means morning. Okay, so this means morning. And noun here is asilun. Always the first time when you make the noun, it has two dhammas at the end. So this is asilun. Asilun means night or evening. Okay. Now both of these words are coming as a maf'ul of tumla. Okay. So the dictation is given to him in the morning and in the night. So actual words are bukuratan and asilun, but they are coming as an object. So when an object is there, 2 dhammas change to 2 fathas. And in this case, you add an alif there, so it becomes asilan. Here you don't add an alif in there. So this remains bukuratan. And this becomes asilan. And there is a vav in between, means and. So with the shadda, so you pronounce bukratan wa asila. In the morning and in the evening, someone comes and gives dictation to him. He writes it down. These are stories. So many blames in one statement. that these are stories, he's writing down, someone is dictating, he's coming in the morning, in the evening. Very solid statement. Another blame Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is copying here from their mouth. So now in the next ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying these people and everything else in between. Qul. Qul is a command, say. And this command is going to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he is the first recipient. So Allah is telling, O Prophet, say, go and tell these people. This is a common word we have seen many times. Anzala means to come down or to send down or to reveal. Anzala, he revealed. Who is pointing to the Quran again. So anzalahu, which is the word, Qul, O Prophet, anzalahu, he has revealed this. Now who is he? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is defining who this he is. First thing, the word allazi is being used. He is the one. It is him. Okay. And no name is mentioned, but from the context we have to figure out what's being said. The word is ya'alamu sirra. So alama means to know. And when you put a ya in the beginning, it becomes he knows. Third person, past tense. So ya'alamu, he knows. The root letters are shin, ra, and ra. Sarara means to hide something, to have the secret about something. And the noun is sirrun. Sirrun means secret. Okay. Then you put al before that, so it becomes the secret. And when you recite al before that, lam, seen is a shamsi letter, it kills the sound of lam, it doubles up its own sound, so it becomes as-sirru. Al removes one dhamma, so it becomes as-sirru. Okay, as-sirru is the word. As-sirru means the secret. Okay, but the word before that is ya'lamu. Ya'lamu means he knows. And when you have this as-sirru of the maf'ul or object, that this thing changes to a fatah, a standard rule, and you read them together, it becomes ya'lamu sirra. Ya'lamu sirra, he knows the secret or everything which is hidden. And again, so by saying that and few words after that, we are saying that, we are pointing out that when it says ya'lamu, who is he? It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because nobody else knows the secret of the heavens and the worlds. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, O Prophet, tell them, this has been revealed, sent down by him. Ya'lamu sirra, who knows the secrets. Again, the words are very common. Fis samawati wal ardi, secrets in the heavens and the earth. All the hidden things, all the ghaib, you can translate also. Everything which is not known to anybody else, he knows that. So he is the one who has sent down this Quran, this revelation. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Innahu kana ghafura rahima. I want to point out a couple things here. This is very standard. The word is inna only. Inna means surely, that, or indeed, or without any doubt. Now, the word after that is root letters is kaf, waw, and noon. And the meaning is to be. When we put three fathahs on this, it becomes kaf, fatah, waw, fatah, and noon, fatah. Okay. This is the grammar of third person past tense. Whenever you put three letters, three fathahs. First of all, waw and fatah will change into alif. So this word will be pronounced as kana. The simplest meaning is because third person is past tense, and past tense, feminine, he was. Okay. two things now. So the word is inna and kana. Two things. When this word kana is used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we don't use he was. Literal meaning is he was, past tense. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was there, is there, will be there. Anything that he has the attributes were there before, are, and will remain. So kana is not translated as a past tense when it comes with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Simple translators use the is. And is includes in the past, present, and future, everything. So, okay, number one. Number two, the word inna, which means surely, does not come by itself. Either it has to be joined with a noun or a pronoun. For example, you will see inna Allaha, which means a noun is being joined with inna. If noun is not there, a pronoun has to be joined with that. And in this case, pronoun is he. So we add a pronoun who, which is used for he. So it is innahu kana. You will not say inna kana. That's a wrong statement in Arabic language. Always innaka, innana. Whenever you say inna, there will be a pronoun attached with that. And we know many du'as that in Rabbana innana zalamna. Okay. So there, because we are talking about ourselves, so pronoun is na, we. In this case, we are talking about a third person, so pronoun is the pronoun of third person. So innahu, indeed he, kana, he is the one with the two sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ghafurar Rahima. So these are very common words. So again, the words that you make, Ghafara, the noun is or ism is Ghafurun, always with the two dhammas or two pesh. Ghafurun, and this is Rahama, so this becomes Rahimun. But both of these words are coming as the maf'ul, or this is called khabar of kana. Kana is a verb, and both these words are coming as the khabar or maf'ul of kana. And whenever a noun comes as an object or maf'ul, we take the last letter and always change to two fathas and add an extra alif, so this becomes Ghafura, Ghafuran, and this becomes Rahiman. When you stop, you pronounce last letter, last word Rahima. You don't pronounce sound of noon. Ghafurar Rahima. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is ever, Ghafur has the intensity that always forgives, always forgives. You can commit a wrong and you can ask forgiveness and he'll forgive you again and again and again. Likewise, the merciful has the Rahim, has the intensity of Rahmat in it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even after he has quoted the statement of these kuffar, he is still saying that he is the one who will forgive if they seriously repent. And it happened that because all the Arabia became Muslim after that, even if the time of Prophet ﷺ, a majority of the Arabia accept Islam and the Quran accepted that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning here Ghafura Rahima. So inshallah with that we will stop here, and may Allah give us tawfiq to understand the Quran correctly and recite correctly. It's very important. Sadaqallahul Azim.